and welcome to ECCB Connects. The Eastern Caribbean Central Bank collaborates with the United Nations Environment Programme Finance Initiative, the OECS and other partners to address climate-related financial risks in the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union. Stay with us for the details after this message.
The Eastern Caribbean Central Bank is rolling out Dcash, the next step in the evolution of the EC dollar. Use Dcash to send and receive money to and from friends and family. Make payments directly from your smart device. Make payments from wherever you are. Download the app from the Google Play or Apple Store and sign up, or visit dcashec.com for more information. The future of the EC dollar is digital. Let's make history together.
Thanks for staying connected. The countries of the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union are among the small island developing states that are most affected by climate change. Governor of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, Timothy N.J. Antoine, has given the assurance that the ECCB will play an active role to help build climate resilience in the ECCU financial system. To this end, Governor Antoine recently signed a letter of understanding and participated in the United Nations Conference on Integrating Climate-Related Financial Risk in the ECCU. We now present the Governor's address delivered at the signing and closing ceremony.
Earlier this week, the UN Secretary General launched the Emissions Gap Report, which is aptly titled, "The Heat is On." The heat is on. And yes, I fully concur. The heat is on our leaders now heading to COP26 in Glasgow. The heat is on central banks, regulators, development banks, and other partners in the financial sphere. The heat is also very much on all citizens of small island developing states. And of course, the Caribbean is among the small island developing states most impacted by climate change. And so, in light of the existential threat that is climate change, in light of the impending climate catastrophe, the importance of this training program and this partnership cannot be overemphasized. I therefore welcome this collaboration with AFD, and I will say on a personal note, it is pleasing to reconnect with Agence Française de Développement, because in my prior life as Financial Secretary in Grenada, we did collaborate. In those days, it was CFD in the area of infrastructure and ports. On this occasion, we come together again at a most important time in our history, the history of our planet, and in our region, and I certainly welcome this partnership. I want us to be very clear. The ECCB will play a very active role in respect of this matter of the climate. We've already begun to do so. At the bank level, we declared very clearly a few years ago that we would be carbon neutral by 2022, and we are well on track to deliver on that promise. In fact, 60–70% of all our energy needs are now met from solar PV, and we expect to get to 100% next year. But I want to be very clear. Our role is not simply in the area of risk management, although clearly as regulators, that is our first and primary function, having regard for our mandate for financial stability. So all of the tools that have been delivered in this training must now be deployed in the way that we supervise, regulate financial institutions across the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union. But more than that, we also must play a role in respect of sustainable financing. And here I specifically speak about the need for us to accelerate our renewable energy transition. Having regard for the fact that we've not seen the promised climate finance, and having regard for the fact that the ESG market is not yet working for our region. An example of which is the fact that last year, of the $270 billion issued in green bonds, not 1 cent was issued in our region. Therefore, it is incumbent upon us to take action ourselves and to bring partners with us. In this regard, the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank is working very assiduously with the World Bank and others to develop a renewable energy infrastructure investment facility. That facility is intended to allow us to accelerate our renewable energy transition. At this moment, we are 10% penetration with renewables. We want to double that by 2025 and be able to triple that by 2030. Based on our 2030 NDC declarations, national determined contributions, we have a financing gap of $800 million US. And therefore, we expect with partners to play a role in bringing climate finance, in bringing multilaterals, and I hope AFD will be among those, in bringing the World Bank and the Caribbean Development Bank, in bringing our regional savings, mobilizing our regional savings, and yes, also in bringing a contribution from the reserves of our central bank. We hope to be able to launch this facility next year and to give us some momentum with respect to sustainable financing. Therefore, I make the point, in approaching this issue, we must approach it with ambition. We must do so in respect of climate risk management, but we must also do so in respect of sustainable financing. They must go together. And so I affirm to the commitment of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank to do just that. And I implore all of you gathered here today to join us in this endeavor. I therefore welcome again this partnership in respect of this capacity building. I ask now that all those who have benefited from this training over the last few months and the last few days will become climate champions and climate ambassadors for our region and move forward with boldness to take action for our climate. At the end of the day, our lives depend on it. As the Director General said, this is a fight for survival. The lives of our children and our children's children depend on our action now. And so in conclusion, I wish to again thank everyone concerned, to express the commitment of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank on this very important issue, highly consequential issue, and to say that in the ECCB you will have a strong partner, and I hope the ECCB can rely on you. Thank you very much, and I look forward to a continued collaboration.
And now for this week's financial tip.
6 tips to spot investment fraud. 1. Do background checks. Be wary of fancy designations or other impressions of success. Investment professionals must be licensed by the ECSRC or their local insurance regulator. 2. Avoid get-rich-quick schemes. Be mindful of investment opportunities that promise excessive returns. And remember, risk and reward go hand in hand. 3. Do not be persuaded by that everyone is doing it. The focus should not be on how much persons are doing it, but how sound is the investment. 4. Do not be hurried. Limited time offers and limited opportunities are red flags. Legitimate opportunities will always be available. 5. Do not participate out of guilt. Avoid taking bribes that will make you feel obligated to return a favor. And 6. Empower yourself with information to protect your interests and those you care about.
That's it for this week's program. Thank you for watching. Be sure to catch us next week for the final episode of Season 17.